Today I want to give you one more key that I believe will help you to fail successfully in life. And this is so simple yet so important, and that is simply to forget it. To forget the mistake, to remember the lesson, but to forget the mistake and to leave the past behind. You know, it's so important to do that if we really want to live a fruitful life and if we really want to focus on the future that God has for us. And we find a great example in the Bible in Genesis chapter 41 of Joseph. And in verses 51 to 52, we read, Joseph called the name of a firstborn, and that was his son, Manasseh. For God has made me forget all my toil and oil my father's house. And then verse 52 says, and the name of a second he called Ephraim, for God has caused me to be fruitful in the land of my affliction. And if you're familiar with Joseph and what happened in his life, you will know that he went through a lot of opposition, a lot of challenges from family and just through things that happened to him. And Joseph was actually an innocent man. A lot of the things he didn't bring on himself. It was other people's bad choices that caused Joseph to went through storms. But we find a great key in Joseph's life in these verses. And the Bible tells us the name of his first son was Manasseh, and that means to forget. And the name of the second son was Ephraim, meaning to be fruitful. And what we learn here is if we want to be fruitful, like Joseph was fruitful, we also need to learn to leave the past behind and to forget our mistakes, just like Joseph did. And you know, in Joseph's situation, it was really that he had to forgive others. But whether it's others that did things to us or whether it's us that brought things on ourselves, we need to learn to forget. If you have a desire to be fruitful, if you have a desire to have a great future, because God has a great future in store for you, you need to learn to forget it and to let it go. By that, we're not saying you lose the ability to recall what happened, but we're saying you're letting it go and it doesn't affect you in life anymore. So choose today to let it go. The blood of Jesus is so much more powerful than any mistake we can ever make. Let go of it and live a fruitful life that God has for you. Remember, you can fail successfully and you are highly favored and deeply loved.